Welcome back to KestCast for our something installment of Doki Doki. We left off with just Yuri to go, because best for last.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Teacher. Oh god, that's so bad. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Wrong person. Yuri visibly swallows. That sounds gross. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. She's slow. Now who's slow, bitch? Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Ah. What a conglomerate of words.
This is going well.
Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. She has no friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do.
You don't sound
If
like
it's
you do.
with you. But this is like 4 years long.
Read it.
I can't. I'm dyslexic. The Nakar. See, dyslexic. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon. What? An urge?
Yep.
Yeah, alright. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon will eat your dead body if you die. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, and my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic something? Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. Pavlovian. It's hard to read. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Oh god.
Gross.
Oh, raccoon. You do things that just people that aren't raccoons can't. I'm a bit of a freak. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. Am I the raccoon? I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Crazy. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
She's a bitch.
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean wrong. Does she really feel that way?
Yeah.
You girls are so useless.
Sounds like you two have that in common.
Why would I want to be with a girl? Why would I want to understand girls? Girls understand girls and they hate each other. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Nah, don't worry. I have no reason to. It's you and me tonight.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener.
Oh my god, shut up.
Needy!
Okay, everyone. We're all
Yep.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together oops, wrong person. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
P. Monika.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too.
I don't think it's as cool as you think it is.
It's not gonna be good. This is not gonna go as well as you think it is. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori's who's been coloring a poster. Oh god, it's hand drawn as well.
It's gonna be great. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really
deal with it?
Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no.
Yep.
It's not a bad idea.
It's just not a good idea.
Yeah, but it's fucking awful. But I didn't sign up for this, you know?
Bad's such a relative term. Like, it's the same as other bad ideas. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's the same as other bad ideas.
It's on that level. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. Meh. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. No, it won't. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself.
Live on stage in front
Finding
of everyone.
new horizons. And having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Meh.
Nah. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree.
I
don't
with
think it's
Tits
too-
McGee.
Yeah. I agree with the 8 breasts of wisdom. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Right.
Meh.
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Meh. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Well, she's obviously gonna have to say
Sigh.
yes.
I guess I really
Yeah.
don't really have a choice. That's everyone.
Yeah, that's the enthusiasm we want.
You're the best, Yuri. Just the best. This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monika. This is too sudden.
Oh, Jesus.
We're only at first base.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see.
Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. What? Okay.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the tiny room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply just a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation? I thought that's how you said it.
Recitation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. No.
The 4 of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Jesus.
It sounds horrible.
Get that girl therapy.
Yuri's voice shakes at this as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. She's a man! It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. This is a weird thing. The poem is full of twists and turns as it structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if...
There goes Gravity.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh, God.
Couldn't do it.
God damn it. As if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. You suck!
Get off the stage!
Everyone joins me afterwards. And we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Whoa, there she goes. Yuri, that was really good.
Whoop, there she goes.
Thank you for sharing.
Nah. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. I imagine she's like catatonic,
Yeah.
like in animes where like something bad happens and they just like go
like
black
a-
and white with like the emotes above their
Yeah.
head.
And the weird, like, hollow eyes.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ha ha. Sorry, I giggled. Ha. Sayori, shut the fuck up. It's a lot harder than I thought. I judged everyone else, but in the end,
It was I who was the retard.
how did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It seems serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into some... Oh, this is horrible. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Yay. Good job, Sayori. Huh, even teacher liked it. What a suck up. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean?
Yeah. What the fuck? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well.
Bitches and money.
Yeah. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? The only other person that...
Yeah.
Don't make me go before teacher.
I'm the teacher. I do what I want.
It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let teacher lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Bitch, I'm gonna
Oh
stab
my
you.
god.
Natsuki, how very accurate. It's fine, Bitch don't know shit anyway. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. And the tree, and I'm done. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway.
Because they have to.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much.
Are you agreeing? How rude.
It's fine. I think it's less about your ability and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... What? Why are you all looking at me?
That's a horrible name!
Because you're oh, no. Oh, that's me. Yeah. Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
We're doing it at the festival,
We're
stupid.
literally doing it again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
What did she just say?
Yeah. I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. If you say so. I can put on whatever face I want to other people. But when it's just my friends...
Axe-murdering face it is.
It's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay?
Don't tell me what to do.
I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own.
Thank God.
I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort into the club. For the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem. God, these girls are stupid.
Okay, everyone. I think it's about it for today.
I think it is. Next time on KestCast.
Meh.
Meh. Do we just finish off the day?
Can do.
Yeah.
I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. I leave. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, teacher. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already.
Meh.
Next time. Next time on the KestCast.